What's up, everyone? I'm back here with another video. So today I want to talk about some things that I wish I knew before I started college, some things about school, my social life, and professional things just to know before going into college. I think will help you just to think about now, so you understand what you're getting into before you start college. So the first things I want to talk about is how college school is different than high school. So first of all, you can't procrastinate at all. If you have homework, you have to start it way before you think you have to. You have to study for tests more than a week in advance. And you have to have that schedule, like I said in an earlier video, about how to time manage. Procrastination is a really big killer for a lot of people in college, just because they wait to the last minute, and that just not only procrastinates their assignments but their studying, and that's really what hits you hard, because assignments can be worth 5% and a test is worth 30%, and you have 3 tests or 2 tests, and that's 60% of your grade right there. And so tests are super important at the college level, just because how much they weigh it compared to high school, and they don't weigh the small assignments as much. So it's important to do the small assignments so you understand the material before the test, but it's also important to get that studying in before the test as well. So you really need to just time manage. Is a big difference from high school to college, number one. And number two, you need to utilize office hours. I'm not saying go into every single office hour of every single professor every single time they have it for the maximum time. You need to realize the big thing about college is you need to realize when you need help, and when you realize that, you need to go seek help, because you're not going to get your hand held saying, okay, your parents aren't going to be there saying you need to go do this, go do that. You need to realize it on your own and seek that help for yourself. And that was difficult for me, because I didn't want to go do that. I didn't want to waste I thought that was my free time, but in reality, a lot of your learning is outside of the class, and that counts as outside of the class studying. And honestly, office hours is one of the biggest things that I've found that helps me, because not only it shows you have initiative when you go and seek out help, but it gets the professor to get to know you. And whenever they're putting in grades, they're like, you know what, that kid came into my office hours and I could tell he was really trying to learn. He maybe just missed a little bit on this problem. He just missed this one step. Instead of taking off all the points, I'll give him a majority of the points or something like that. And so whenever the professor has that relationship with you, then it's a lot harder for them to really grade you as hard. I know that seems weird, but it's definitely true, and I've definitely noticed it. So office hours are super important. Get to know your professors. I mean, they're super smart. They're like the best that you're gonna have, and they know a lot about everything. And even your high school teachers, they know a lot too. And honestly, you should utilize them as well. Just pick at their brains, and especially in college, whenever you're taking a class that you want to do for the rest of your life, that's perfect, because they've done it. They know the experience, and it's always something you can use. So another thing that goes along with this is have a routine. So have a studying routine, have a way to prepare yourself for tests, homeworks, and not only with school, but even like have a routine of waking up every single morning at the same time and planning out your day relatively the same. Like classes might be different, but you're waking up at 7 a.m. every day, and you're starting off your day by doing homework or waking up and working out, because a routine will help you set yourself and make yourself have discipline when you need to study and when you need to do homework, or even if it's go work out or something like that. The routine helps the discipline, even on the weekends. Like, it takes a lot of work and a lot of discipline to have a routine, but after a while and after practice, then you can set those routine and do it over the weekends, and you'll be set. You might be going to bed at a later time, but still waking up at the same time, doing the same thing every single day really helps your mind, your body, and you feel better at the end of the day. So another thing with school is, so I know it's a super big decision of what you want to do because you're young. You have to kind of pick what you want to do for the rest of your life. So at the end of the day, it's most important that it's something that you love. So if it's something, if you're in there and you hate it, you can't do it, then it's okay to change majors, like 100% okay. Don't think of it, because it's long term. It's the rest of your life that you're thinking about. Like, you can't be doing something you don't like for the rest of your life. So it is 100% okay to change majors. It's most important to be doing something that you love, that you enjoy, that you could see yourself doing for the rest of your life, because that's what's going to happen at the end of the day. And so another thing I want to talk about is resources that schools have, because they have a ton of resources. There's so many resources that each school has, whether it be the library, a writing center, free tutors. Like, a lot of these colleges have a lot of this free stuff, and you may not even know about it your first year. You may not even know it exists, but you need to go seek these out. Like, I didn't know there was tutors for A&M for free. I didn't know that there's a writing center. You can send in your essay to get it checked, and there's even a resume checker online too that you can use. And so a lot of these resources are super useful because they're free, number one. Technically, you're paying for it by going to the school and tuition, so might as well take advantage and use these things that you're paying for already. So you just need to seek them out. You need to just use resources, use the library, if you have a paper due, do it beforehand. Don't do it the night before. Do it a week before. Take it to a writing center, get it looked at, fix it, do it again, and then it'll be a much better paper, and then you can turn it in. So something like that, you just need to find out what your resources are, and you need to take full advantage of those resources because they are super, super, super useful. So like the next topic is less about school, more about just like the college experience. So first of all, college goes by so fast. Like, if you look back at high school, that seemed fast, but college is way, way faster. It goes by super fast. The semesters are a little bit shorter, and you're just on a grind for the whole semester. So first of all, college goes by super fast, so enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. Take it seriously, 100%. School always comes first, but you need to also enjoy college. And another thing that I found out about college is that it's kind of hard to make friends. Like, you think it's super easy to make friends, and maybe it is for some people, but for me, I had a difficult time making friends, just probably because I'm more reserved. So how I would go about this, how I would recommend is, so normally how it goes is your roommate will be your first friend, and if you're lucky, you have a really good roommate like me, and you'll be friends with them for all 4 years. And so but don't be afraid to join clubs. Find something that interests you, like for me, it's running, so I should join the running club, and I'll find people that have the similar interests with me, and that's how I would make friends. Now, I made a lot of my friends just through my major, because my major is relatively small, so you go to class with the same people every day, like high school, and then you start to make friends. So that's how I made my friends, a lot of my friends in college. And so I would recommend just the first year is difficult to make friends, so join those clubs, join those organizations, put yourself out there. Don't be too shy. I understand everyone is trying to make friends, and so go out there, join the clubs, join the organizations that interest you. But also remember, school comes first. That's the big thing about college. School always should come first. With all that being said, make sure you stay in touch with your family back at home. They miss you. You miss them. They're always going to be wondering how you're doing. You're such a big part of their life, and then you leave, and so they're they're always going to care about you, and they're going to be your number one support. Like whenever you have a hard day, your family's always going to be there for you. So keep in touch with your family. They'll always be there for you. They'll always have your back. So always stay in touch with your family. Call them whenever you get a chance. I know it's super busy. You may not get a lot of chances, but call them whenever you can. And so another thing that I would recommend throughout college is to work on yourself. Kind of like, this is the time where you're building your resume, you're joining organizations to put on your resume, you're focusing on your GPA so you have a good one on your resume. And so just be thinking about that in the back of your head. What could I do? What type of certificate could I do? Or what could I do over summer? What type of class could I take that's outside of my required classes that I could take that would make me stand out more when applying for these jobs or internships? So kind of have that in the back of your mind, like throughout college, about what can I do to improve myself whenever I'm a senior. I'll be able to stand out more and just like that. And it's difficult to kind of realize that, but then as school progresses, you'll kind of see, okay, I understand what would make me stand out more. And so kind of like the little last thing I want to touch up on is this is the first time you'll probably be living alone. So you need to understand how to do like small tasks, like doing your laundry, cooking, cleaning, and trust me, it adds even more to your plate. Like you're gonna have so much more on your plate, because whenever I was at home, I wasn't cooking, I wasn't cleaning. All I was doing was school. And so I come to college and now I have to do harder school. I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to do laundry. But learn how to do those things, because you don't want to have to be taking your laundry back every single weekend for your mom to go do it. And so just definitely keep that in mind too. Just learn how to do these tasks. Like while you're at home right now, just say, hey mom, can you teach me how to cook this? I really like this meal. Or hey mom, can you teach me how to do laundry? That's what I did. Luckily my mom made me do it though. I wouldn't have done that on myself. So luckily my mom made me start doing my laundry on my own. And I think it really helped whenever I got to college, because I knew how to do laundry already. I knew how to cook. I also was a very clean person. And so being clean is very important in high school, because a lot of people need that clean roommate. Because a lot of people don't like a mess. And so if you're a messy person and you get a roommate that's super clean, that'll definitely become an issue. So just learn how to do simple tasks like that. Cook, clean, do laundry, and start looking at how to do them now, because I guarantee you it'll help you 100% in the end. And so I hope all this helped you. I hope you'll consider all these things right now in high school, when it's still like you're not there yet, but you're getting close. And so it's just stuff to keep in the back of your mind. It's stuff to know you have resources when you get to college. Know you have know that you have to take it seriously. That's the biggest thing. School is serious and it comes first. Friends will come along the way. I promise you'll make friends. I promise you. It's going to be hard when you first get there, the initial shock of being away from your mom and dad. I know I had a hard time at first, because I was so close with my parents and being away from them for so long. So be sure to always keep that in mind, that it'll 100% is worth it. You're bettering yourself. You're going to have a great future ahead of you. And this is just part of growing up. It's just living on your own, being able to do it. And I guarantee you will be able to get through anything. And so I think that's all I have for now. So please take school seriously now. Be applying to scholarships. This is your time to apply for scholarships, schools, and reach out if you have any questions. Please do not be afraid to ask. Here as a resource. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something useful out of it. All right, see you in the next one.